Hey everyone, welcome to the channel and to your Divine Union Tarot reading. So last time I did a reading such as this was on my previous YouTube channel. You can still find it available. The link will be in the description below. For those of you who haven't seen the previous reading, I think I posted it about 3 weeks ago, so definitely check that out in case there's some messages there that you'll find useful. As you never know, it might play out in certain situations that we pull here. There may be some similar energies is what I want to say. That's possible, but who knows, we'll have to see as we get into the reading. As you may have seen, I already posted a Divine Masculine reading. That was a purely channeled message. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you haven't seen that, I do recommend checking that out as well. I didn't actually go into it with any preconception or notion of what I was going to pull. That's just the message that obviously needed to come out in relation to a specific group of Divine Masculine. So I will also do a 100% channeled reading specifically for Divine Feminines as well, just to ensure that both sides are catered for. So this is going to be focusing on the Divine Union. This is not a channeled message, though channeled messages are likely to come up. We'll do it in a similar format as the previous reading that I aforementioned. So we'll pull some cards from the Oracle first to take a look at the Divine Masculine's energy, the Divine Feminine, and where the two align in the center. And then we'll pull some individual messages using the tarot as to what seems to be playing out in each other's lives and what may be happening, coming up in the connection. All right. So it's important to note. So this could be some situations, some energies that are already playing out now, or this is what's coming up in the near future. This is not going to apply a million miles away from when you watch this. This is something that, like I said, is either playing out right now or it's coming up very soon. All right. So let's see. First, we'll have a look at the Divine Masculine's energy to get a sense of who this person is, where they're currently at, and this could be relevant for yourself watching. Let's see. Ooh, dark thoughts. Okay, heavy energy for the masculine. What about the feminine? Let's get an indication of where the feminine's at and who this individual could be. Loss. Wow, okay. Yeah, I can already see where this is going. Okay. But at the bottom of the deck, great achievement. That's what either side is seeing. Okay, so let's get into it. We'll pop cards where they can be seen. Yeah, so let's start with the masculine energy here to begin with. Dark thoughts. All right. So yes, this is someone who has been through a lot, okay? They're navigating a lot of very challenging situations right now in their lives. I feel like this is someone who overthinks. This could be someone who has to contend with anxiety quite a lot, but this is someone who overthinks a lot of situations in their life. I think that because they're so used to seeing a lot of negativity in their lives, a lot of situations play out in undesirable ways, you know, resulting in undesirable outcomes, they often gravitate to a more nihilistic viewpoint, right? They're not very positive at all. There's very little optimism, if at all, you know. There is like no optimism in this person's mindset right now. It's not to say that they never feel optimistic or positive. It's just right now this person is in a very heavy energy, right? They don't see an easy way out. They don't see an obvious solution to their problems. I feel like it's more than one thing that they're currently contending with. So right now, I feel like this person just feels overwhelmed by the different circumstances that they're navigating, all these different roadblocks, challenges. They may even be experiencing multiple tower moments in their lives right now, and they have no idea how to make heads or tails of the situation. Like I said, I feel like this is someone who hasn't had an easy life by any means. I feel like for some people, they may have grown up in a well-to-do family, okay? Some of them had a lot of prosperity in terms of finances, but emotionally, they may have felt starved on some levels, okay? So there wasn't much in terms of actual love being shown in the household, even though for some, there was a lot of financial wealth, okay? For others, this person didn't have very much growing up at all, and their focus has been on obtaining significant wealth because they do not want possibly say, for example, if this person's very traditional, which I feel like they could be, and they're looking to settle down, they don't want their family to struggle in the way that they did. So they may be very focused on the material at this time. But I feel like if that is the case, this person is experiencing significant financial burdens, as well as whatever else could be playing out. Okay, so it's going to be different for different people, of course, so take it how it resonates for you. If this sounds like someone you could be dealing with, or this sounds like yourself. So just to give you an overview of this person's energy. Looking on the feminine side, loss, yeah. So we have the masculine that's overburdened by various situations that are playing out. Probably having a lot of dark thoughts, intrusive thoughts, as it says. Really fearing the worst when it comes to this connection as well. But I feel like they have a lot more than just, issues with this connection going on right now. So their attention is divided. But when it comes to the feminine, I feel like this feminine is fixated on a feeling of loss, feeling like this connection, this person is slipping through their fingers. They may be feeling like this about multiple things in their life as well. Like, I feel like they may be feeling this way about multiple things in their lives as well. It may not just be experiencing a loss in terms of this connection. They may have experienced a personal loss recently, such as the loss of a loved one, the loss of possibly a job. This could be the loss of certain friendships. It could be just about anything, okay? But I feel like this person has been going through a bit of a grieving period, okay? But this person could also be mourning the loss of this connection. It's almost like they feel they have no choice but to let this go, even though it pains them to do so, because they feel like this isn't meant to be. They weren't destined for this. I feel like this person doesn't have the best luck in terms of relationships. They've experienced heartache multiple times. I feel like this person is very emotional, right? This is someone who is very in tune with their emotions. I feel like they feel things very strongly. So whenever they find themselves in this energy of heartbreak, it really hits them hard, right, is what I want to say. So it's almost like they're giving up, is what I feel. This person feels like it's a losing battle, and maybe it's best they just let this dream go, let this connection go, let their person go, and focus on healing. Okay, interesting. I do also feel as well, just to go back to this before I continue, I feel like, yeah, the feminine probably grew up, just to give an idea of if this could be yourself or someone you're connected with. I feel like the feminine has had to deal with big personal challenges, big losses, very painful situations, mostly in a very solitary energy. You can see that, okay, this is a masculine energy, but he's on his own. So I feel like the feminine is used to doing a lot of emotional processing by themselves. I feel like this is someone who's still very hopeful, though. That's the difference between the feminine and masculine here. The feminine, right, is looking to the sun. So it's like, even though they've experienced a lot of loss, a lot of pain, a lot of grief, they always have some optimism. There's always still elements of hope present, no matter how dire the situation may be or how difficult it is to release certain hopes, wishes, expectations. They always have a certain level of hope that they hold on to, that things will be better. Even if it's not in this particular situation, things will improve, okay? So they have a more optimistic outlook on things than possibly the masculine here, because I feel like the masculine is just, to be honest, drowning. I mean, look at the difference between the skies, first of all, right? The sun is present, there's a beautiful sunset. This is a stormy, cloudy environment, okay? This is literally like the mental chaos that's ensuing inside this masculine's mind. It's literally a mental storm, brainstorm that's taking place. So this person is trying to find a way out of their problems, right? Trying to find solutions. But their mind is clouded by all of this doubt, negativity, fear, anger, possibly resentment, frustration, annoyance, disappointment, whatever it is, right? There's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of feelings that are being stirred up by multiple situations. And I feel like this person is just struggling to see a way out. Whereas, the feminine is kind of letting go and letting God, right? It's just surrendering, I feel. Whereas this masculine is like beating his head against the wall to find a solution. Okay, and then with regards to where the energies align, what neither party seem to be seeing is great achievement. So there is going to be a very beautiful, abundant outcome to this situation. But neither side see this yet. Neither side are aware that things are going to work out extremely well in this connection. Or at least the potential is there. But it's hard to sometimes see that when you're feeling like everything's just slipping through your fingers, and you're feeling like you're being met with nothing but obstacles, challenges, negative situations. It can be very hard to believe that there's going to be a positive outcome to all of this, but there is. We see it here in great achievement. This could even be a wedding. This could lead to marriage, children, some kind of partnership, right? This is success in some shape or form. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be literally business partnership, going into business and being incredibly successful. It doesn't always have to be romantic, right? But I see some kind of blessing here, some kind of great achievement, celebration, reaching a significant turning point in each other's lives, right? And doing it together, which is awesome, okay? But neither side see this at this point. So interesting. Yeah, look at that. I pick up the Rider-Waite deck, and at the bottom is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is like this great achievement, having it all, okay? Having the material abundance, having the solid family unit, having the community, right? So say if this is even a business partnership, this is being incredibly successful, having a lot of happy customers, having a whole massive community around whatever this business is, and being very prosperous, okay? So this is awesome. All right, so let's see. Wow, oh my gosh, I split the deck and look, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh. Neither party know that they're about to have it all with each other. This is nuts, okay? So let's see. Oh, there's a card that's flipped out. What is going on here? There's no coincidence that the cards that were kind of somehow the other way around, which makes no sense because that doesn't usually happen. The Lovers in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So yeah, both parties are essentially walking away from this connection, it seems, for now, in order to do some emotional processing and healing. Because neither realize that actually they're going to end up having this great achievement, or this can be obtained, right? If both sides do the work and then find a solution on how to come together. Okay, so let's see. So let's see what is actually going on the masculine side. Not to pry too much because, you know, privacy is a thing, but there is something going on that's burdening them. So let's just see what that is and what could be driving a wedge in this connection, because they seem to be overburdened. Okay, there's a few cards coming up here. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands. All fire energy, may I add. So this could be someone with a lot of fire in their chart, doesn't have to be. But regardless, this person is obsessively thinking about this connection. This feminine has no idea. The feminine thinks that this is a done deal, it's over, right? But this masculine, right, could even be a Taurus or a Cancerian, but it doesn't have to be those signs. These are just the signs that are coming up. But regardless, whoever this person is, this masculine is, they are obsessively thinking about this connection. They are thinking about long term. They want a serious commitment in the form of living together, getting engaged, having, like possibly even getting married, okay? They may want children. I don't see that energy yet, it's possible, but for a lot of you, they certainly want higher levels of commitment, okay? I do see that. It depends on where you fall, okay? If you feel like this is your story, you may be the masculine, you may be the feminine, so take it however resonates for you. And it's not about your gender, this is about energy, okay? Whether you're more in your masculine energy or more in your feminine energy within this connection. But regardless, this person is thinking about long-term commitment here. They're no longer wanting to wait on the wayside and see if things will ever play out in their favor, if you will come forward, or if they will come forward, okay? I'm just going to say if the feminine comes forward, so just to make it easier. So instead of watching from the sidelines, waiting, hoping to see if something changes, if some spark is initiated here, especially if there was, because it looks like there has been some kind of disconnect, or maybe you guys split up if you were in a relationship. For all I know, you could have been married before and you had a separation, right? But regardless, wherever your relationship stands, there is clearly some distance here, okay? And one person, the feminine, thinks this is gone, this is over. But the masculine is hopeful that this situation can have a turnaround, okay? For a once, this person wants long-term success, long-term commitment, stability. If it's not in a romantic sense, because, you know, more often than not, these kinds of connections are geared around romance, but if it's something to do with more of a business partnership, this person's committed to building this foundation, okay? In whatever shape or form that takes for you, or however it resonates. But this person is committed to building this foundation. And now I feel like instead of waiting to see, you know, what the feminine does, this person's now going into action. So this may be a change in energy from what the feminine is used to. Okay, because I feel like this person was the one just kind of maybe procrastinating. And I don't think it's because they didn't want to take action, but because they were assuming worst case scenarios. They have a lot of other things going on, I feel. In their life. So I think that they were just wrapped up in their own thoughts. They were wrapped up in all sorts of things that was distracting them from this connection and where things were going. I do feel though, with the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, this person's already all in, okay? This person's invested. Say if this is a business, this person's willing to financially put money into this business, okay? This person's ready to go. They're not messing around. So say, for example, you're the feminine and you're wondering, is this person serious about going into partnership with me? Absolutely. They're ready to sign on the dotted line. They will back it up monetarily as well. So this person is invested. They're just waiting to see if you are also all in as well. Because we have the masculine and feminine here. I feel like this person is looking to provide, you know, on a material level. And they're wanting to see if this feminine can bring the magic touch, right, to the business, if it's a business idea. If they can bring the humility aspect to the business, okay? Reaching the people, reaching the public on an emotive level, okay? Having that empathic touch, which is needed, right? Because it's all good having the resources to build the infrastructure, right? But if you don't know how to actually reach people on an emotional level, then no one's going to want to be a customer, right? You have to know how to reach people on an emotional level, how to engage with them, how to make them feel valued, how to show appreciation. So that's where the feminine is going to be extremely key here. If this is not about a business and a relationship, this masculine is all in. They want to be a provider. They want to step up. They want to ensure that they have all bases covered, especially when it comes to building the foundations, building a home, a stable, loving home. I feel like this person is very traditional, right? They want to be a provider, not to say that they want the feminine energy to be a stay-at-home mum, for example, right? No, it's just this person wants to show that they are dependable, that they're reliable, that they're not going to leave their family in the lurch, right? That they are loyal to their family, that they're committed, that they want to, you know, create a happy, prosperous life for them and their family is what I feel. And generate enough resources, have enough streams of income so that they never have to worry about whether or not they're going to have enough to eat, if they can pay bills, things of that nature. So that's where this masculine energy is coming from. Again, especially makes sense if they've either come from wealth, right? And they're used to having those bases covered, or if they came from, say, having very little at all, and that's always been a constant concern. But yeah, they just want to make sure that they have all bases covered, essentially. So either way it goes, wherever they fall in terms of their upbringing, this person is they're very fixated on that. When it comes to the feminine, obviously they are very good at nurturing, loving, caring. I feel like this person is very intuitive. They know how to problem solve on an emotive level. They know how to give love freely and be receptive to it, okay? So this is something that obviously the masculine sees in the feminine and wants to ensure that before they fully invest in the connection, that this is what the feminine wants and they are going to invest on that level. I don't feel like on a financial level, this masculine expects very much from the feminine at all, but they just want to know that they're going to bring their best qualities to the table, right? Whatever it is that made them fall in love with them in the first place. Okay, so let's have a look on the feminine side then. So we can see what's going on with the masculine in terms of what he's wanting from this connection. So even though I feel like there are other things in the background, doesn't look like the masculine really wants to even focus on that. Their main focus is this connection. Okay, so what about the feminine then? What's going on with the feminine? Three of Swords in reverse, Strength card in reverse. It could be a Leo. Eight of Wands. Seven of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords, and what else? Just one card. Okay, this one has come up. Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, bottom of the deck, the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. Okay, so it could be a Virgo. Alright, so on the feminine side, Three of Swords in reverse, Strength card in reverse, Eight of Wands. Okay, yeah. So I do feel like this feminine is growing weary of the waiting game, okay? They want communication, they want to see action, because right now they feel like they have no choice but to let this go. But what they're wanting is to see the masculine take initiative, especially because there has been so much procrastination on this side. They want to see forward movement, is what I feel. With the Three of Swords in reverse as well, I feel like this feminine is focused on healing. We don't see a card specifically for that at this point, but that's what I'm getting with the Three of Swords being in reverse. It's like they don't want to fixate on what went wrong in the past, if there was any kind of betrayal, if there was some harsh things said in the heat of a moment, a massive fight ensuing. They don't want to focus on, you know, rumors or gossip or family members getting involved, friends getting involved, or, you know, what led to the separation, the potential divorce, whatever it is, okay? However it resonates for your situation. They do not want to focus on that. They want to focus on what they can do now to heal themselves, to put themselves in a better position, how to move forward, how to best move forward, and not fixate on what was lost, okay? Because right now they're just trying to surrender this as best as they can. Although it's taking a lot of strength from this person, and I feel like they're at a point where they just can't hang on anymore. If they don't see this person taking initiative, they're just gonna let this go for good, is what I feel, because they just cannot, they can't do it anymore. We can see that very clearly. So they're waiting to see some kind of action, some kind of initiative from the masculine. With the Seven of Swords being in reverse, the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups in reverse, I feel like the feminine is just really looking at the situation like, well, it's out of my hands, you know. It's really out of my hands. This is not anything that I can fix at this point, not until I see something from their side, because right now I feel like, you know, I'm making the decision that I could, the only decision I can make by surrendering this. There is no other alternative. I feel like the feminine is emotionally shutting down from the masculine. And I feel like what they're doing is, rather than fixating, like again, is just reaffirming the same message here. Instead of fixating on what is being lost or whether or not this reconciliation can come back together, I feel like this feminine is just kind of keeping the door slightly ajar for this person. Remember that hope I was talking about? But they're moving forward regardless, because they've been in their head about this long enough and they just cannot do it anymore, is what I feel. The feminine side is very clear and very easy to read. The masculine is the one that's got a lot more going on here, so yeah. But it looks like they may take some initiative, they may come forward. But they're certainly trying to navigate some difficult situations here. They're trying to get clear on how to move forward. Okay. So I think there's things going on with this masculine that the feminine's not aware of, especially if they're at a distance from each other. Say if they used to live together, they may not be, you know, you might not be living together anymore if this is a romantic connection. You know, there's some kind of physical distance here, I feel, so they don't know exactly what's going on with this masculine. I feel like the masculine hasn't informed the feminine of everything that they're navigating, so they're kind of doing this alone. Yeah, they're trying to get away from it though. They're trying to get away from these problematic situations and move to calmer waters. They definitely want to find a solution here. They want to find a resolution. They don't want to be in their head and dealing with this stress anymore, right? They want to bring things to calmer waters. Because like I said, oh my gosh, look at this. The Lovers and the Four of Wands, right? Could be a Gemini. Someone here could be a Gemini, but regardless, they want this more than anything. I feel like with the Lovers being in the upright, it's not even a question of, you know, who they want to be with, if they want this connection. No, they know damn well they want this connection, but they're just not sure how to resolve the issues, right? Okay. So let's see what's currently playing out between the two of them. Now we've got an idea of what's going on individually. What is currently playing out between the two of them? Okay, yep, so both people are guarded right now. Two of Swords, Four of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Like I said, Seven of Wands. Both parties are very guarded. No one wants to look at this situation right now. Yeah. Because both people feel like it's over. It's done. This is over. This is ended. I'm going to move it over a little bit. But neither party is happy about it. I can tell you that now. Okay. Neither is happy about this situation at all. Yeah, exactly. Temperance, amazing. Look at that. Something's changing here though. Two of Swords, Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, Death card, Scorpio energy. So yes, both parties are really just trying to emotionally shut down right now. I feel like the feminine is trying to release this. The masculine is really closed off emotionally. They're not even wanting to think about, even though they're obsessively thinking about the situation, it's like they don't even want to think about how it makes them feel because they find it overwhelming. They know they have a decision to make. They know they have to take action here, but they're afraid. They're afraid of making the wrong choice. It's like analysis paralysis. That's why this person keeps procrastinating, because they understand the weight of this decision. They understand the weight of this choice. That, you know, whether it's a business situation or a relationship, they know that their decision carries significant weight, because once they invest, if they choose to invest in it, they're all in. So it's a huge decision, and that's why the thought of it just keeps them stuck in place. Even though they've had ample opportunity to do something about it, the universe keeps showing them signs, right? With the Four of Cups, like here, now's your opportunity to work on this, to get clear on whatever you want, you know, to remove some of these obstacles, to make some kind of movement here, to make a gesture, to do something, right? Other than just being sat on the hill all day. But this person is not budging because they're just trapped in this feeling of hopelessness. And because of that, the feminine is very guarded. They're not willing to budge at all, because so far it seems like the feminine is the one that's been trying to make some kind of progress, some kind of movement, trying to find some kind of solution, rather than just being sat there feeling apathetic and in this kind of self-pitying energy. They're not doing that. They're trying to find a solution. But now it's got to the point where the feminine's like, I can't even do this anymore, right? So I feel like the feminine has become very guarded. I feel like, you know, they're not budging this time. And as such, they're like, you know, I have to focus on myself. I need to change my approach. The way I'm doing things is not healthy for me. So I think with the Death card here, they're making significant changes in how they approach the situation, how they approach their life in general. Rather than trying to force something to come together or force change in a situation, I feel like they're just surrendering. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here with the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So Taurus has been coming up quite strongly. So either one of you could have strong Taurus placements. But regardless, I feel like, yeah, both parties are really longing for this though. I mean, the masculine cannot forget about this connection for anything. He's thinking about the good times, even though he's obsessively thinking about, you know, the issues in his life and what he wants to rectify and not feeling like he can. He is still very much reminiscing on the good times, you know, the good memories, and maybe when you first dated or when you first met, maybe if this is a business idea that you've been bouncing back and forth between each other, maybe they're remembering all the good times where you were both very passionate about this idea that you've had for years maybe, And now they're feeling like, oh my God, our dream is never going to be accomplished, right? Where it's a relationship connection or a romantic connection, they're thinking about the good times they had with, you know, the feminine and what could have been. And I feel like the feminine is thinking about, oh my God, there was so much potential for us to make it big together, or there was so much potential for us to have this happy ever after, this long-term commitment, having a real family set up, but that's not going to happen now. Both parties are really dissatisfied with where things currently are. That's where the energies align with the 9 of Cups in reverse. Neither party is satisfied with the current situation, how things currently are. Both people are really miserable. We can see that clearly with loss and dark thoughts. You know, and when I pulled this, I already got a sense, the energy already felt kind of heavy, but I didn't know what cards would come up. But yeah, I mean, we can see both people are really sad. You know, so no one is winning from this right now, okay? But with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, that's Virgo energy. The Lovers, Gemini, okay, so Gemini's coming up again. And Temperance, there is an opportunity to heal this. There's an opportunity to work on this. Where there was stagnancy, there can be significant change. But both parties have to be willing to change as well. Because right now, I feel like this is a stalemate. There's nothing happening here. But I feel like this is where divine intervention is coming in. Like, listen, you both clearly want this, right? Whether it's, like I said, a business partnership or a romantic situation, both parties clearly want this. So, what are you going to do? We are working behind the scenes to help bring healing to the situation, right? To help you see things from another perspective. But you both need to do your part. And you need to ask yourselves, how much do you want this still? Because clearly you both want it a lot, okay? So the divine is kind of stepping in. And now, with the Page of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, someone is making the first move. Someone is making the gesture. It's a small gesture, granted. It's not a big thing. It is a small thing, such as maybe an offer to meet over coffee, have a discussion about the business idea over again, right? Or how they can overcome the roadblock, you know, in some aspect of the business, right? Or where they're butting heads over the business. Or say, for example, there was an issue where one person was not valuing the ideas and opinions of the other. You know, this person may apologize for that, right? If this was a falling out in a romantic sense, this person may want to apologize. They might want to, you know, meet up to just kind of help see if they can smooth things over, okay? But this can also be someone bringing a gift, okay? Because this is Pentacles energy, tangible. So this is someone who wants to do something, okay? Not just say something, but do something to show that they still care about the outcome. With the Magician in reverse, I feel like someone feels like, well, the Magician in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Swords. Someone is done stressing about this, conjuring up worst case scenarios in their head, because they're like, the last thing I want to do is manifest the worst case scenario. Because I think someone's coming to realize, especially the masculine here, I think they're coming to realize that by giving so much power to all these negative thoughts, they are suspended in midair. They can't act, they can't do anything, they're just shut down, right? Four of Swords energy. So they may even be reaching out to the divine for a solution, for an answer. And I think the divine is telling them, look, this is not beyond repair. There's that Queen of Cups energy again. It's another card, I think, behind this, yeah. Ace of Cups, yeah. This isn't over. No, you think this person doesn't have any love for you. They have buckets of love for you, okay? But you both need to communicate. If you want to smooth this over, if you want to work things out, we both have to be willing to compromise, to communicate, to find a middle ground, okay? Same applies in a business sense. You know, you have to compromise, find a meeting point, play to each other's strengths and support each other with the weaknesses, not use it against each other. So there is going to be an opportunity to talk this out, okay? And see if there can be some kind of solution, some kind of compromise. But I do feel like someone wants to do something for the other in the form of an apology, okay? Maybe because of how things were left in the past. Maybe for making the feminine wait for so long, to the point where they feel like they had to give up. I don't know. It's going to vary from person to person. Because I did see a lot of procrastination on the masculine side, and I saw the feminine just basically giving up. that this is changing. We see great achievement there. So like I said, all hope isn't lost, but it's got to the point where the divine is like, oh my gosh, no one is moving. We're gonna have to step in. You know, it's like that. So that's essentially what I see happening here, but there's still so much potential, but it does require change on both sides. The feminine is definitely doing that, okay? But the masculine is being urged to create some changes in their life as well, especially when it comes to their thought process. That is a problem because they're assuming the worst. They're having all of these negative thoughts and it's just beating them down. I mean, it could be getting to the point where this person could be experiencing even some kind of depression because I feel like they're not doing anything. They're not moving. So if it is getting to that point, you know, this person should really talk to someone about it because I see them struggling, okay? If that is the case. Obviously I'm not here to diagnose anybody, but it's just, you know, if it is reaching that point where this person is shut down, they're not doing anything, then yeah, they need to reach out for help, okay? They shouldn't be suffering like this in silence. But I do see some movement here, which is good. So yeah, hopefully that helps whoever needed that message. I mean, there was different scenarios that I was seeing because of course this is a general reading. It's going to apply for different people in different ways. But I feel like there is quite a few people who this reading is for. If it does resonate for you and you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to share it as well. All of your interaction really helps the channel and it shows me that you like these readings, so I'll keep doing them for you. But if this is your situation, don't lose faith. Regardless of whether you're the masculine or the feminine energy in this, it doesn't matter. Don't lose faith because things are changing. It's been a process and a half. I know it's not been easy, but things are improving. So I'm sending you the best of luck and lots of love, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.